10-0 Sooners, but a big third down play here coming for Tulsa. Just 30 seconds left in the first quarter from Norman. It's 3rd and 10. Green has been very good on this drive. This is the 11th play of the drive for Tulsa. Cody Green from the shotgun. A flag thrown. Maybe a free play toward the end zone. The big hit. Incomplete. The flag is thrown. Intended for Watts. And that may have been one of those targeting penalties, or at the very least an illegal hit. We'll see. I think there was offsides even before that. Let the officials sort this one out.
Yeah, I watched the hit. I don't see that as a targeting foul. It looked to me like Gabe Lynn led with his shoulder. And I believe the first penalty was offsides against Oklahoma unless they were drawn. But take a look at this hit. See the shoulder.
Offside, number 80, defense. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. Targeting. Number 9, defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down. By rule, number 9 is disqualified from the game.
Wow.
We need a replay, which they can do on this situation. It won't change the penalty, but it could change the status of whether or not Gabe Lynn is ejected.
And he is furious, and I don't blame him.
Well, take a look. You see right here, he hit him with the shoulder. The head came down, but the contact is initiated with the shoulder. Let's see if the head gets in there. That's a tough one. It looked to me like the shoulder is what made the initial contact into Trey Watts.
As Ray just said, it is a reviewable play. They cannot wipe out the penalty, but they can wipe out the disqualification.
There it is again. You know, his head was out in front of Watts, but the contact came from the shoulder. So I don't know. If I'm looking at this, I'm not going to throw a kid out of the game for that type of hit.
What changed this year is not the penalty, it's the punishment. The rule of the ejection for targeting is what's different this year, and that part of it is reviewable. Targeting essentially is if you initiate the contact with the crown of the helmet, or if you target and initiate contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless player. And I think the crown of the helmet wasn't the lead there for Lynn, and the hit was on the shoulder. To me, that didn't look like targeting.
And there was no launch, and that's another indicator. If a guy launches where he gathers his feet and then springs out in a launch maneuver, then that indicates that targeting is highly likely. And Lynn didn't launch. He just ran continually through the hit. Here it is again. And that is not targeting. I hope they see it the way I do, because to get a disqualification on such a play, it would be a shame.
Gabe Lynn, the guy penalized there, the reigning Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week. He's had a great start to this season. He's played very well last week.
That's a great football play. And to have that penalized is one thing, but to have a kid ejected from a ball game over that, I think that would be egregious.
Sort of the gray area of the rule, to me at least, is the language of taking aim at an opponent for purposes of attacking with an apparent intent that goes beyond making a legal tackle. So did that go beyond?
Not in my mind. Certainly not.
I would agree with you. Let's find out.
After further review, number 9 is not disqualified.
Thank you.
By rule, the penalty is still in force. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
And I think the shoulder aspect of it, Ray, is what you keyed in on, and that was the key part of the ruling. Now, again, the penalty stands.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, too.